Hello everybody, we're talking about the secret, the key to being sexy and appealing to the feminine nose. And this video is for anybody and everybody attracted to women. And the answer is unisex fragrances. Now I know with me even just saying that in the first place, I'm gonna be met with resistance from specific types of men. Not every dude, but there's a guy, and I'm pretty sure when I describe this interaction in like right now, you're gonna totally picture the type of person in your head, right? So sometimes when I'm talking about unisex fragrances, and I'm doing like my top 10 videos, there's some guys that are like, why are you recommending unisex? Guys should just wear stuff for guys because girls want men to smell like men. Like, I'm a guy, I would never want to wear something that a girl wears and blah, blah, blah. And look, there's a difference between wearing a really masculine fragrance because you actually really love it and it's just totally your thing versus wearing it thinking that you are attracting a bunch of women, and that's what women want. And by the way, this video isn't for people that are already wearing things because it makes them happy. This isn't about like for the people that do things for themselves. I'm trying to bridge the gap and the disconnect for those that are just like stomping their feet, wondering why women don't give a fuck about their Creed Aventus when the guy wearing Intense Cafe is pulling a lot of game. You know what I mean? Because for the most part, the people that are trying to like pound on their chest about how much of a man they are and wanting to smell masculine, their game when it comes to women is ass, you know? So I'm sure you can already picture that type of person in your head, right? But here's another thing I've noticed. The people that typically compliment super feminine and super masculine fragrances on like the far sides of the spectrum are people of an older demographic. I'm talking about the people that used to rock White Diamond. I'm talking about people that love Angel by Mugler. You know what I mean? Those are the people that love the super masculine, love the super feminine, right? But if you're talking about the baddies in their 20s and their 30s right now, those things, the super masculine sense, can come across as very aggressive and want to be dominant. You know what I mean? Of like, it's just like very off-putting and totally unapproachable. And it goes the other way too. Like, I have had messages from women that are like, nobody has complimented me on like this fragrance, and it's something that's really tuberosy, really floral, really powdery and sweet. You know what I mean? It's like way on that side. That's what I mean by like extremely on that side of the spectrum. And guys like sometimes find that shit really like headache inducing and just like too much, where it's like, oh, that's just like, it's a turn off, you know what I mean? And then just for the people that are questioning it, right? But the sweet spot, but with the masculine nose, and I might make this a separate video actually. From what I've seen and experienced, guys prefer more like feminine fragrances on women, not so much of the unisex fragrances, but women love unisex fragrances on like whoever they're attracted to. Like if you've seen my top 10 videos of my most complimented fragrances from women and all that, the ones in the top 5, all unisex for the most part. We're talking Tuxedo, Carlisle, Tobacco Vanille, Oud Wood. I think Elysium's actually marketed to men. But the thing is, the whole Parfum Cologne line is, like, some people have said it's unisex. I would have to check that out. But Side Effect by Inicio, Rosala by Arabian Oud. These are bangers, and they're all unisex fragrances. Okay, so I get it if you don't want to wear a unisex scent because, you know, you really just gravitate to wearing something super masculine or feminine. That in of itself is fine. But to turn your nose to it thinking that's just not what the gender you're attracted to wants because of your own projections of how you feel you should perceive yourself, then that is why I'm pretty much making this video, right? And if you saw my video about what men think women find attractive versus what they actually find attractive, and vice versa, what women think men find attractive versus what they actually find attractive, you will see the answer to that. I addressed that in that video. So yeah, that's what it is. Like fragrances like Intense Cafe by Montal, they have that sweetness, they have that seduction, and some people might think that they're too feminine, but you have to remember, like, skin chemistry is a huge thing when it comes to fragrances. Like all these fragrances, they're not going to smell exactly the same on every kind of person. You know, even when I wear Elysium, I'm going to smell very different than a macho man wearing Elysium. And Elysium actually smells very different when my girlfriend wears it. And she is somebody that is a very feminine woman. And it took me forever to even think that she was wearing Elysium. I'm like, shit, she smells good. It's familiar, but I don't know what the hell it is. You know, and I was struggling with it until she told me it was Elysium, and that blew my mind, right? But yeah, skin chemistry matters. So I know when you see, like, for the unisex scents, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like, and it takes a certain type of confidence to wear them because they just balance both the masculine and the feminine really, really well. And if you have that, how do I say this? Like, you know, those people that they don't try too hard, like they're sure of themselves. And that is what makes them attractive, where they're not trying to impress anybody else. Like they have their shit on lock. And then just them being that sure of themselves and confident, and just like, that's what makes somebody attractive. And then when you have a fragrance that makes you welcoming like that, it's just fucking chef's kiss. It's butter, you know? But anyways, I know there's gonna be people that disagree vehemently with this video, and that's totally fine. I am, of course, a proponent of everybody just wearing whatever they want to wear, regardless of what other people think. Right? But I thought this might be helpful and put things into perspective for people that are just scratching their heads as to why their red tobacco isn't pulling, but the person wearing Side Effect is getting a lot of people approaching them. You know what I mean? But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it wasn't confusing, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye.